All right, everybody, welcome to my picks for November 10th. 3 games tonight. We'll be covering all three. And then at the end of the video, I will break down the amount I will risk per bet. And I advise you to do the same, as we had a pretty good NFL weekend, 9-4. So I'll give you the strongest plays after the video is done at the end of the video. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and hope you enjoy my picks. They were pretty good this weekend, as I said, so hopefully we can keep it rolling. Let's go. Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, November 10th. 3 games on the max schedule tonight. First off, I just want to say I hope you guys have been tailing me this past weekend in the NFL. Went 9-4. Not too shabby. Don't want to tout my own horn. Anyways, the point is, I keep all my picks free and will continue to do so. All I ask from you guys is if you can be so kind to give me a thumbs up on the videos and to subscribe to the channel. I will keep on. I have no intention of paying for picks or anything like that. I'm going to keep it free here on YouTube, and that's all I ask in return from you guys. I would really appreciate it. Help the channel grow. Okay, so this game we're going to cover right now is Akron against Ohio, which is the first game on the schedule tonight. The second week of action kicks off as we will see games on Tuesday, 3 of them. The Ohio Bobcats will be looking for their first win of the season after falling to Central Michigan this past week. Bobcats only managed 344 yards of total offense in that game and struggled with 2 fumbles lost. They took a lead after a kickoff return touchdown to open the second half, but still cannot hold on. This week's game will likely see their offense look like a top-ranked unit as they face the lowly Akron Zips. The Zips just got blown out by Western Michigan 58-13. Believe it or not, Akron took an early 7-3 lead in that game, but considering the Zips only had 255 on total offense, they never really had a chance. Fading Akron is going to come at a high price every single week now, following what we saw in the opener. The Bobcats' defense did not look great against the Chippewas, but they should be able to slow down the Zips without an issue. Although laying 4 touchdowns with a team from the MAC is a questionable play, I just do not see how Akron can keep this game close. The Zips might score more than 13 points, but their defense is not going to look any better than it did last week. For that reason, I will lean Ohio, but it would be a very small play. The total is going to be much better play in this game. Again, going back to an awful Zips defense, Akron allowed a total of 484 yards to Western Michigan, and the Broncos gained 8.3 yards per play. Their passing plays alone resulted in 14 yards per play, while the rushing play resulted in 5.6 yards per play. Another issue with the Zips is they allowed huge chunk plays. The Broncos had 76-yard and 68-yard passing touchdowns, something Ohio is going to exploit all night. On the other side, the Bobcats do not have some kind of crazy good defense. They allowed 427 total yards to Central Michigan, so even a terrible Zips offense should be able to move the ball throughout the game. All we would need is maybe 17 points from Akron, because I expect Ohio to easily put up 40 plus. As a result, I like the over with confidence. So let's go in this one. Akron versus Ohio, over. Right now, 58.5. Jump on it before it jumps to 59 or even 59.5. That's the play on this one, and I'll be back in a bit with our next college football pick for tonight. The Kent State Golden Flashes will be trying to remain undefeated when they visit the Bowling Green Falcons on Tuesday night. Being undefeated isn't saying a whole lot since the Mid-American Conference is just 1 week into its season. But nonetheless, the Golden Flashes are off to a solid start, which is a lot more than Bowling Green can say. Kent State opened with a 27-23 victory over Eastern Michigan, in which senior quarterback Dustin Crum completed 21 of 29 passes for 219 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Most impressive, though, was a Kent State defense that limited the Eagles to a mere 1.9 yards per rush. The Falcons, on the other hand, are coming off a terrible 38-3 loss to Toledo. Junior quarterback Matt McDonald, a transfer from Boston College, underwhelmed in his Bowling Green debut. 8 for 30, 128 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Nobody on the team rushed for more than 41 yards. Kent State won last year's head-to-head matchup by a ridiculous 42 points, and it should be able to win this one by at least 3 touchdowns. As far as the game total, the Golden Flashes are going to put up their fair share of points. Crum is without question one of the best quarterbacks in the MAC, and receiver Isaiah McCoy, 8 catches for 104 yards and a touchdown against EMU, is the same as at his position. Still, the visitors are not going to cover the entire number by themselves, and Bowling Green may not score more than a few points on Tuesday. McDonald was beyond abysmal last week, somehow completing less than 30% of his attempts, even though he did not get sacked a single time by the Rockets. Just think if the Golden Flashes put some pressure on him. Kent State recorded 5 sacks and 2 interceptions in its opening game, so it's hard to see the Bowling Green moving the ball through the air or on the ground. Gonna have to go with Kent State minus 20.5 and definitely roll with the under 56. Again, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and please do smash that thumbs up button. I would appreciate it. Be back in a bit with the final college football game of the evening. Both Miami, Ohio and Buffalo won their opening games of the Mid-American Conference, and the Redhawks look siding with here as double-digit underdogs. There was plenty of late drama in Miami, Ohio's victory last week, when it scored a late touchdown to defeat Ball State 38-31. The Redhawks don't quite look the team that won the MAC last season, but I expect head coach Chuck Martin to take plenty of positives from that result. Firstly, backup quarterback A.J. Mayer did a stellar job when entering the game for an injured Brett Gabbert. Mayer completed 16 of his 24 passes for 212 yards and 3 touchdowns. Gabbert is questionable for this game, but Mayer looks more than capable of filling in once again. Given how defensive-minded the Redhawks were last season, it's nice to see them showing something on offense. And although they gave up 31 points to the Cardinals, I expect their young defense to come on a ton for that effort. Buffalo, meanwhile, trounced Northern Illinois 49-30 with running back Jared Patterson looking as hot as ever to the tune of 137 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. The Bulls also scored 2 touchdowns on defense and looked the real deal. Miami, Ohio will need to stand firm against the run if it wants to have any chance in this game. But even so, I think the visitors' too much talent still to fade by 11 points. In addition, the Redhawks are 9-2 against the spread in their last 11. I'd have to go with them and take the points, even though it's down to now 9.5. Go with Miami, Ohio, plus 9.5. For the game total, I'm also leaning towards the over in this one. Miami, Ohio, and Buffalo put up 38 and 49 points respectively last week, so there looks to be no early slump for either offense. While the Bulls showed resiliency on defense against the Huskies, they still allowed them to score 30 points and gave up 3 rushing scores. Given the Redhawks had plenty of success on the ground last year with the returning Zach Kahn, I expect them to give the Bulls all they can handle here. It's a similar story for Miami, Ohio, however, after it allowed 31 points and struggled to stop Caleb Huntley out of the backfield. Now the Redhawks must contend with Buffalo's 2-headed running back monster in Jared Patterson and Kevin Marks. Considering both offenses looked hot last week and both defenses struggled to compete, I'm going to roll with what looks like a fairly generous over. Let's go Miami, Ohio, Buffalo, over 55.5. That's 3 games tonight. Enjoy the action. And as always, good luck and may the winnings be yours. Let's get them. Okay, I hope everybody enjoyed the breakdown of the 3 matches. So here's going to be my units of play for all 6 picks. I'm going to start with the lowest ones first. So what I would advise you to do as well is I would go with a quarter unit on Kent State minus 20.5, another quarter unit Ohio minus 27.5. I would put half a unit on Miami, Ohio at plus 9.5, half a unit Miami, Ohio and Buffalo to go over 55.5, another half unit on Kent State Bowling Green under 56, and if you were going to pick just a 1 game, 1 pick, I would put 1 unit on. It would be Akron, Ohio over 58.5. So my best bet of the day is going to be, and the one I'm going to put the most on is 1 unit on Akron and Ohio to go over 58.5. Smaller plays, as I said, Kent State, Bowling Green under 56, Miami, Ohio plus 9.5, Miami, Ohio, and Buffalo over 55.5, Ohio minus 27.5, and Kent State minus 20.5. But again, my best bet for today, go with Akron, Ohio over 58.5. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe. Do smash that thumbs up button. And may the winning be yours, as always. Good luck, guys. And hopefully we can pull out another winning night. Once again, good luck, and we'll see you later.